What's up, everybody? Frank AZHP Collectibles here with a 300th episode special, though it's not going to be quite as extravagantly produced as I did for the 100th and 200th episode. This will be a combination of a state of the channel, as well as I, just for extra card value entertainment wise, go through this huge stack of stuff that I have here that is all stuff that I picked up from card shows from the last year. As I'm sure many of you noticed, for regular viewers, I took about a year off. You know, I started this channel, I want to say 2020. My previous last episode was October 26th, 2024. And I didn't necessarily come back until October 22nd, 2025. Why was I gone? What happened? A lot of things happened in my life. If you're here for card content, that's fine. That's perfectly fine. If you know me and you like me and you're not just here for the card content, you can go check out my personal Instagram. It's just Frank AZHP, no collectibles at the end. If you are triggered by general queer people, then you probably don't want to go visit it. Basically, what happened within the last year is I split up with the partner that I'd been dating for 4.5 years. I got heavy into fitness stuff. I'm sure you guys have noticed in some of my videos, my more recent ones, since I have come back, so to say, that I look a lot different because I lost 69 pounds in 5 months. I was averaging 3 to 4 miles a day of cardio, plus watching portion control, what I eat, etc. I also met my current partner in March of 2025, and we started relationship as of April 2025. So that's kind of taken up some of my time there as well. And I also moved in May, beginning of May, which kind of pushed on until June, because when I moved out, the previous roommates renewed the lease and stayed there, and I still kind of had some of my stuff stashed there. When I moved, a lot of my card stuff, collectible stuff, etc. went to storage unit, so I don't necessarily have all of my collectible stuff with me, which makes it a little difficult to film in certain things and makes it difficult to organize and all that other kind of stuff. I am going to be moving again, most likely end of January, early February. So though I am doing some card shows and I am putting out some card show videos, I will probably take a break from card shows in the January and February time period as well, because I will have to deal with moving from both a financial and a time standpoint. I didn't stop collecting. I never will. I've been collecting all kinds of stuff, cards, comics, video games, stuff like that since I was a kid. You know, especially with 2024 Topps Chrome Football came out in February of 2025. So, that was kind of big on top of the composite 2023 stuff that I had already been picking up. Some of the more recent recorded and edited and released videos are like the card shows. I put out the last weekend's Phoenix VIP card show video and the Chandler Gilbert card show that came the week before that. As of this Saturday, I will be releasing the pickups from the Arizona State card show, because sorry to disappoint, but I just did not have time to record a walkthrough there. It's a large venue, and that same day, Saturday the 8th, I was doing a birthday party over here because it was my birthday. But just to give you a quick little rundown, I guess, future of the channel. What do I plan on for the future of this channel? I do plan on continuing to do mail times. I have a ton of mail times that are stuff that's already recorded that I need to edit. And I have a ton of mail times that I need to record as well. I am going to be slowly releasing those, as well as even a greater ton of the mail time specials with 10 packages instead of 6, with the 2023 Composite Football Chrome and with 2024 Chrome, as I mentioned. I've got a ton, and like 23 of the composite videos total, which I think I've only released like 6 or 7 of, and I want to say about 14 or 15 of the 2024 Chrome that are already recorded, and a lot of them edited, and uploaded, just not released yet. And then, but they are coming. So besides that, I also want to do some collection overview videos. I've got some ideas for that. Some of my binder collections, some of the kind of the stuff that I've been, you know, keeping in binders or collecting in binders that I've kept off the channel that's a little more personal. I think I'll probably do some things on those. And I will do some more versus episodes where I take the, you know, the retail or the hobby and I compare with my singles purchases. And I've got a bunch of random videos. I've got stuff coming. I've got more pack openings. I've got probably 15 to 20 episodes of pack openings that I could film with retro football packs and retro hockey packs. So yeah, I got more videos coming. I got more stuff coming. I'm gonna try to continue to release 2 videos per week. I will be going to card shows for the rest of November and December. I will be a dealer at a couple upcoming shows. I'm gonna put the flyers for them on screen. One is on November 22nd. That is the Desert Dog card show. And one is, I wanna say it's like December 2nd or December 4th or something. It's the first Saturday of December. And that is from a marketing promotion company that in conjunction with Desert Dog. I think that's pretty much it. So I'm gonna try to do my best. I'm gonna try to get to 1,000 subscribers. I wanna make videos that I enjoy. I'm not gonna make videos and dumb thumbnails just because they're gonna get me clicks. So sure, do I want the subscribers and the views? Yes, but I wanna do it my way. And I don't wanna do it the easy way of, I just spent $2,000 at a show and blah, 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 and with the thumbnail. I don't care to do that. I want to do things my way. I like my long form content. I don't care for clickbait. Let me know in the comments what you think about all that. But I got this stack. I've blabbed enough. I guess let's go over background. There is my 1993 original rookie card that I got when I played Pop Warner football and I was like 7, 8 years old. Or what was I? I must have been 8 or 9 years old or something. So that's cool. And then I got one of my gold autos from my 2023 card. So, all right, we are starting off with this custom card. This is the gentleman here who, I think he's the owner of Common Breaks with his son. But he's a really cool dude. I always see him at shows. He made a custom downtown card with him and Guy Fieri on it, and I thought that was kind of neat. And I wanted one of his cards, and he found one and autographed it for me and put a little 1 of 1 on there. So thank you, Nick. That was cool. I got that at like the Chandler Gilbert card show, like I don't know, nine months ago or something. I'm just gonna grab this stack. Some of this, as I mentioned, no idea where some of this came from. So, all right, we've got a Sean Marion unsigned, or maybe it was signed and it disappeared. I'm just now noticing some lines on here. I don't know, but a Sean Marion rookie unsigned, or maybe faded signature, kind of cool. But from 99-2000 Sage, that's interesting. So this was stuff in the dollar box. I think this is from J Mankey, or no, I can't remember where this is from. But I don't know if I've ever shown you guys these before. Gravity Denied. I think I might have showed you a Charles Barkley that had like the end perforated from when they crimped when they crimped the pack, and the cards were not moved out of the way enough, so it had a big old crimp mark. But this is an example of some innovation from the 1990s and 2000s that we just don't see anymore. EX 2001, Gravity Denieds are super cool. They rotate, if I can rotate it, my goodness. They rotate, you can see the image in the background. Nice little clear, transparent, pretty thick, especially right here where the rotation whole piece of metal is. But very cool. Vin Baker, not necessarily the best player in that set, but pretty cool. I always try to pick up, like, even if I'm not going to keep it, I'm not going to keep this, but I only picked it up because I wanted to show you guys some cool stuff. I do that sometimes. Next up, we've got Carmelo Anthony rookies. Two of them. I think these were in a $1 box. Oh, and there's a card stuck to the back. Okay, I'll get that in a sec. Anytime I can see Carmelo Anthony's rookies for $1 a piece or whatever, I'm going to pick them up. This was definitely from a $1 box. As well, the Gravity Denied, the Sean Marion, and the Carmelo rookies. This is out of the $1 box as well. Minted in Springfield. The Dominique Wilkins Topps Parallel from 97-98 or 98-99. 97-98, I was right the first time. So like 1 in every 4 packs, you'd get the parallel with the minted in Springfield. Dominique is in the Hall of Fame, so that works out well. Basketball Hall of Fame. Cool. We got some hockey in the mix. That doesn't happen too often. Topps Chrome insert, little season's best action of Jaromir Jagr. Did not pay $6. This was, once again, as I said, in the $1 boxes, but cool. Chrome inserts of a Hall of Famer. I'm in. Speaking of Chrome inserts of a Hall of Famer, Eric Lindros. There we are. Gotta love it. All right. I picked these up to flip. These were not in the $1 box, but I picked these 3 cards up specifically to flip. Now, normally I would keep Hall of Fame autographs, but in this case, I don't do this particular, Fleer, Greats of the Game, Sports Illustrated type of thing. But Lenny Moore is a Hall of Famer. These were just really, really cheap, and the seller had 2 of them, and it's hard for me to pass up Hall of Fame autographs really cheap. So these will go in my flip box. So yeah, those are cool. As well as this. You guys know me, I don't really do much Panini. If it's optic, but here is a Ricky Jackson, another Hall of Fame. Scripts from Mosaic. Did not pay $6. But very cool. Hall of Fame autos. I will pick those up. I used to collect these in my PC, and then I got rid of them, and I kind of regretted it, and then now I want to start a PC for it again. These are the Collector's Edge Time Warps. Who is that? Ted Hendricks? Yes, Ted Hendricks. So this is interesting. It's got like a prism on the back, but it doesn't have it on the front. But this is out of Collector's Edge 1995, where they took current players and older players and they put them in the same photo. I always thought these were neat. And, Drew Bledsoe may not be a Hall of Famer, but Ted Hendricks is. But very, very cool. I like Time Warp. I think that's a cool concept. I'd like to see some company do that as well. I picked this up because he is one of my all-time favorite players and my favorite tight end of all time. This is a Jay Novacek Playoff Prime Mini. I don't know what the odds on these were. I don't know how many packs it would take to get one of these parallels, but it is a mini card, as you can see, with a really cool effect. I don't even really see anything like that in today's cards. It reminds me a little bit of a lava, but it's only within the squares. So it's maybe a larger X-Fractor, but without the diagonal lines and with lava in the center instead. But beautiful looking card. I don't know if I'm going to keep this. I just picked it up because it was cool. It was Jay Novacek. Sometimes I do that and then I don't know what I'm doing. Here's another set, little insert set I used to collect when I was younger, and I had quite a bit of them. I think I had like 7 or 8 at one point, maybe even close to the whole set. But I saw this in the $1 box. Stadium Club at Nemesis. It's got a great foil that's kind of hard to see, and it's got like these lines on here that kind of shine. You can see it a little bit here on camera. It's a lot better in person, but real nice foil on it. But it's got Irvin on one side with a little Dion, and then Dion on the other side with a little Irvin. So these were really cool. Great set, great insert set. I don't know what the odds on these were, but if I can find out, I will put it on screen. Out of Stadium Club, either 94 or 95. 1995. So those were really cool. All right. Okay, not for the PC. This is a Corey Dillon Bronze Common from Topps Pristine. Oh, that is not the right team bag. and I did not pay $2. I think it was $1. I don't know. Oh, it is numbered. It is numbered to, I don't know, because I covered it up. Let's see. Corey Dillon, numbered to 750. Uncirculated from Topps Pristine. That will go in my uncirculated flip box. I do have a little collection of uncirculated stuff that I flip. And another uncirculated card that I will put in my flip box. Actually, I'll give this to a Vikings fan I know. Nate Burleson, rookie, numbered to 1449, out of Topps Pristine. So cool. These are kind of rare. You don't see these very often. These are 1989 Pro Set with the normal images that you would see in the base set, but they say NFC Champs on the top left, and they have that Super Bowl 24 logo on the top right. These are from a Super Bowl particular set where I believe they only did, I could be wrong, I'll put it on the screen, but I think they only did the teams that were in Super Bowl 24, or this came out during Super Bowl 24. I don't know, for like team bags at the Super Bowl or something like that. I don't remember, but I'm a big 1989 Pro Set fan. It's one of the few things that I do besides Topps and Topps Chrome. With, Pro Set and Action Packed are my exceptions. I do both of those, but those are cool. I don't even remember what they're worth. I think I looked them up when I first got them. They're probably not worth a whole lot, but they're pretty cool and they're somewhat rare. Speaking of Action Packed, here is a 1993 Action Packed Quarterback Club Brett Favre insert. Pretty cool, pretty basic, nothing special. It's like a 50-cent card. A 2009 Ben Roethlisberger should be numbered to 2009 because that's the year of the card. I collect paper golds, even though I don't do regular paper tops traditionally past 1995, because that's when Chrome started. Whenever I see golds numbered to the year, I always try to pick those up of Hall of Famers or future Hall of Famers. Here is a random Larry Fitzgerald refractor from 2012. So, okay. And I can tell by the sticker that I got this from Jay Mankey, Joe Namath. A reprint from 1996 Topps. The only reason I know that is because that was their 40th anniversary. So I think they did a Namath reprints in 1996. And so that's one of them. So cool. Another Big Ben 4,000 yard club out of Paper Tops. Yes, this was out of Paper Tops. I can really only tell because the copyright on the oh no, this is out of Topps Chrome because it says Topps Chrome at the bottom. The regular does not say Topps Chrome. It doesn't even actually say Topps Chrome on the front on this either, but that's how I tell. But very cool. I love myself 1,000, 1,200, 3,000, and 4,000 yard club insert sets. And moving on, we got a random Aaron Donald Optic Hollow from Optic a couple years back. We've got a 2009 Reggie Bush refractor. Love the shine on 2009. We've got a 2012 Ray Lewis retail exclusive orange refractor, not numbered. Hall of Fame, okay. We got Phillip Rivers gold. Speaking of them Paper Tops golds, there is a 2014 Topps paper numbered to 2014, Phillip Rivers. I think he will get into the Hall. He will probably have to wait a long time, but he'll get in eventually. We've got a 2006, I believe, Topps Heritage foil board, or it's some parallel. It's a foil parallel. It is not numbered. 2005, I was close. 2006 Heritage is the one that reprints 52 baseball design. I always say 2006, or when I mean 2005 here. The 2005 Heritage foil board of Hall of Famer Terrell Owens, pretty cool. We've got a chrome regular insert from 1998, Measures of Greatness. I remember these quite a bit from picking up chrome in 98. 1998, yep. Dan Marino, Hall of Fame quarterback. I got a bunch of these slabbed. I want to get a bunch of the refractors too. They ain't that cheap, but here we are, Topps Gallery Heritage out of, I believe, 2001. 2000, I was close. But I don't remember exactly what product this is out of. It might be paper Topps, but it looks like the 1956 Topps design, which is cool. It's also drawn. It's artwork. It's not a image, which is pretty cool because it looks very real. So the artist has that realism style, which is nice. I got a couple of those. Moving on, we've got more in this stack. This might have to be a really long video. I just picked this up because it was a first day issue from probably, what is this, 93 or 94 baseball? 93. I don't even know if this guy's any good. I just saw first day issue. They were one a box. I'll throw it in my for sale box stuff. Here's a baseball I'll keep. Barry Bonds, gold from 93. Love myself some Topps gold. I wonder if Barry Bonds will ever actually get into the Hall. This guy's in the Hall. Nolan Ryan gold from 1993 or 1994. Major League 27 seasons. I wonder if this is a subset. This might not be his base card. I don't know if it's his base card or a subset. Kind of looks like a subset with like an award winner style subset. I don't know. Maybe if it's not a base, maybe I won't keep it. I don't know. But Nolan Ryan, Hall of Fame, Topps gold. Gotta love it. All right, when Topps got rid of Topps gold, they started doing the special effects or spectrolite, depending on what the sport is. I don't know which one they call it in baseball. In football, they call it special effects, and in basketball, they call it spectrolite. But it does have the holographic, color foil on the name and the Topps logo on the top. And it does have a kind of a glittery shine. It's kind of hard to catch on camera on there, but 1995 Topps, I'm almost positive. Yep. Cyber Stats. Maybe this is a subset too. I don't know. That's weird, but it's cool. Okay, it is. Must be a base card. Here's one of Randy Johnson, another Hall of Famer. Bonds isn't a Hall of Famer, but Randy is, and similar back. So I'm guessing all the cards were like that then. Don Mattingly, another Hall of Fame, another one. Okay, I'll pick these up in the dollar box all day. So very cool. This I picked up because it is a promo. I am very fond of Flair from the 90s, particularly, I want to say 1995. Looks like this is 96 Flair. I like the 95 because it had the cursive on the bottom, but I do collect promos. So as you can see, promotional sample across the top and across the back. I collect promos. I like them. They're cool. Plus, Cal Ripken Jr., Hall of Famer. Even though I'm not much of a baseball guy, there we are. I do like Greg Maddux. I was a big fan of the 90s Atlanta Braves team. Here is a 50 years Topps of a 1987 baseball. I'm not as good on baseball, so I don't really remember. Yeah, 87 baseball. So this came out in 2001. So I don't know if this is out of paper Topps, or if it's out of a traded, or if it's out of a, I don't know. I don't know if it's a parallel. Who knows? All I know is I like Maddux. I like that old design. I picked it up. It was cool. This was neat. Here is a metal Nolan Ryan. I don't have no idea what year that is. I guess it's looking like a 1978, but it is kind of hand numbered, 1993 Hamilton collection. I have no idea. It's either ceramic or metal or something, but it's pretty cool. Hall of Famer Nolan Ryan. Very neat. Bunch of baseball here. What's going on with that? Jackie Robinson. I love these gold cards. I don't care the sport. I'm going to pick them up if they are in the dollar box. Certificate of authenticity of 23 karat gold. A lot of these kind of are junky and a little bit dumb, but I still like them. Limited edition, even though there were, I'm sure, tens of thousands of them made, but really, really cool. I just like these dumb little gold cards. You know, they were kind of expensive in the 90s. They were like $20 to $30 a piece. Nowadays, you can get them in the dollar box. Does it say a brand? Gold Performance. Gold Performance. I guess that is the company. Bleachers. There we go. Bleachers. Yeah. They're the ones who did a lot of these gold cards. But very cool, Jackie Robinson. Absolute legend. And one more, Jim Palmer. I don't even know if he's a Hall of Famer. I saw it and it was one of them gold cards and I picked it up. Looks like this is reprinting 1996 Jim Palmer. And it's reprinting a 85 card. I don't know. I have no idea. Maybe I'll put it on screen. Tell me in the comments. Who knows? But whatever. That's not near as heavy as the Jackie. I don't know. Whatever. It's cool. Gosh, how much baseball is here? What the hell? I guess I went hard on baseball, you guys. Here's a Topps Number Cruncher. Is this Season's Best? Yes, it is. I know the designs of Season's Best for basketball and football, but I don't really know them for baseball that well. So there's a Paper Topps Season's Best from 1997 of Hall of Famer Frank Thomas. Love Season's Best. I love 90s holograms. 90s holograms for days. Ted Williams. 1990, probably 1991 or 1992 Upper Deck. Oh, it says right there. 91, 92. So I don't know. I guess that would be 1991. I don't know. But pretty cool. Ted Williams. Love holograms. These are gorgeous. Look at that. Why can't we make holograms now, you guys? What's going on with that? Okay, more Topps inserts here. All Topps Mystery Finest. So this is a Topps Finest where it had the black peel and you had to peel it and you didn't know who you were going to get until you peeled it. You didn't know if you were going to get a refractor or not, unless some of the years they said refractor on the back, so you knew it was a refractor. But very cool. I don't think I'm going to keep that because it's Finest. If it was chrome, I would have kept it. I know I'm weird in particular. Another set that I love from the 90s that is besides Action Packed and Pro Set is the Pacific Prisms. I love them in football. They didn't do a lot in basketball. They did some like college unis. I know like 94, 95 year, Glenn Robinson, Jason Kidd. They had that year, Grant Hill year, they had like college rookies of those guys in basketball. But I don't have any baseballs up until now. But these are gorgeous. Panini does have the rights to Pacific. Maybe one of the reasons why they use Prism, even though Topps uses Prism as well. But I love these cards. Panini did a couple years ago under the Zenith line make cards that were like this, but the base insert of it was all silver and didn't even have a prism. And I thought that was a cop-out on Panini's part, but that's kind of par for the course for Panini. I thought that even the regular one should have a prism effect on it, but the only ones you could actually get that had like a prism or mosaic style effect on it were the colored parallels of that insert, and that really rubbed me the wrong way for Panini. I liked the fact that they were using the old design for younger players because I eat that stuff up, but I was a little frustrated. And I was like, why is there a plain silver version? There was never a plain silver version back in 93, 94, 95 era. They were all like this right off the bat. This was a base card. So really cool. I don't know that these are really worth that much, but I'm just now noticing this is also in Spanish. Okay, maybe I have a Spanish variant. Maybe there was a Spanish set. I will have to do some research, put it on screen. I don't know. Here's another one. This is 1993 Pacific, I think, because it says Nolan Ryan to 93, but it does not have a copyright date on the back. So I will put that on screen as well. Looks like there's a number of Nolan Ryans there. Looks like they're all kind of from that same set, but these are beautiful cards. I love Pacific Prisms. Nolan Ryan, Hall of Famer over here. Looks like I got a dupe. Very, very cool. Oh, I love these. These are so nice. Very basic and minimalistic. You got the player cutout. You got the cool effect in the background. You got a small logo, unlike Panini's branding on a lot of stuff. And you just have the name at the bottom. So nothing crazy complicated, which, to be fair, the 90s was full of complicated stuff because, you know, it was wild and crazy and colors and neon and whatever. But they managed to go over the top without going over the top, if that makes any sense. So a stack of those will be in the keepers. I love Pacific Prisms. More 90s holograms. There is a Babe Ruth hologram. Holograms are gorgeous. So a lot of baseball here, you guys. I don't know what's going on with that. This one looks like it's done by Gold Entertainment. So I know there was a number of people that did holograms back in the 90s besides Upper Deck, which also included, there was a company that did them for David Robinson and Joe Montana, Arena holograms. This is not that, so this is another company that did them, I guess. But pretty cool. I like holograms. All right, and I think we're out of baseball now. This is an absolute mess. Let me clean this up real quick and then we will continue. All right, we are continuing now. Let me grab another stack here. We have some Optic Basketball. Giannis, green hyper. So cool little color match there, not numbered. Don't know, remember where I got this from, but you might be able to tell by the little sticker down there. I don't know. There is a Jarris Walker. First round draft pick, maybe a second round draft pick from the Pacers from last year. I remember picking up some of his stuff from Topps All-American, Topps Chrome All-American product. But here's a orange. Oh, orange to 199. Is that an orange? I think it is. Pretty cool. All right. I don't know if he's any good. I don't think he's got a whole lot of playing time right now with Indiana, but we'll see what happens. Speaking, there's more of that paper Topps. Gold. This is the last year Topps basketball. So 09-10, Jermaine O'Neal should be in the Hall of Fame, in my opinion, numbered to 2009. Very cool. Love Topps Golds. Speaking of, we're moving into football on Topps Gold. 2009, Marshawn Lynch. Gold to 2009. A Hall of Famer, Randy Moss, 2009 gold. And another Hall of Famer, 2009 gold. Very cool. And another gold, but we're going to 2010. Devin Hester, another Hall of Famer. Very, very cool. That's great. I love golds and I love Hall of Famers. This works great. Okay, I'm gonna, you know what? I guess I should do this. Okay, I know who I got this from, and the next time I see them, I'm giving them like a $10 bill because I way underpaid for this. I went to a booth, I started looking through a stack, I found some stuff I wanted, I pulled it, and I did not notice right away that this Draymond Green had a little rookie card logo up here. I got this for $4. This is a rookie auto of Draymond Green. Last like 5 or 6 sales as of the time when I looked this up were ranging between 60 and 120. So I was very surprised, and I didn't even notice it was a rookie until I showed it to a friend of mine, and they're like, hey, you know that's a rookie, right? And I was like, what? Look at the logo. Oh my gosh. I was just like, okay, a future Hall of Famer auto for $4. Okay, I'll take it. I didn't even realize it was a rookie. So this goes for a lot more than what I got it for. and I'm going to make sure that I give that dealer an extra 10, at least $10 when I see him, because that's cool. I don't even think I'm going to keep it. I would like to keep it because it's not like I will have an opportunity to pick up a Topps basketball, because Topps was not making basketball cards in that year. So I don't know. I might keep it, I might flip it. But Draymond Green, love him or hate him, great defensive player, can be very clutch sometimes. And don't get me wrong, it's pretty good to have an enforcer on your team. You know, even if he's kind of a jerk and a dirty player sometimes, he's an enforcer. So what can I say? All right, we got this is stuff from Less Money Cards. This stuff right here. We've got a blue Larry Fitzgerald Optic Hollow. Blues are numbered to 149. So cool. Little Fitz action there. Another blue Fitz. Is that numbered as well? It is also to 149. So very nice. And he had some Kyler Murrays, who's having an interesting time as of right now. An orange to 199. Another Kyler Murray, a pink laser, I think it's called, to 79. Cool. And a aqua to 299. And a aqua probably also to 299. Yes, 299 from a later year. So okay, all right. These I got from a dealer at one of the front row card shows. I picked up 5 hobby packs of 2024 Topps Chrome Formula 1. These were really cheap. I'm surprised that a hobby pack was as cheap as it was. 2 of these will go in my personal collection for my pack collection, which I have a great pack collection. I think I want to open one right now. Who knows? Maybe I'll get some birthday luck since I'm filming this almost a week after my birthday now. Let's see. Ooh, we got a Science Refractor. All right, what do we got? All right, we got a Legend Hall of Fame if they have one. Pierre Gasly. A F3 Future Stars, and a Carlos Sainz refractor. So, okay, cool. I kind of want to open the other ones, but I think I'm going to hold on to them for now. The auto, if there is an auto, is probably pulled already, which is why these packs were cheap, but I don't know. Here we are. We've got some 2023 composite chrome refractor action with Hall of Famer John Elway. Very, very nice. I have 1, maybe 2 of these golds. I can't remember. But I don't have a lot of Elways other than them because Elway's expensive. So I don't get a lot of Elway. Big Ben Sepia from this year's 2024 Chrome. That was one of the first 2024 Chrome pickups that I got at a show. I have a ton of it now. But very cool. I totally even forgot this was in here. Future Hall of Fame. Here's a 1974 design with Joe Cool. Hall of Fame. Joe Montana. Very cool. We've got a Steve Young refractor from 2024 Chrome. More Hall of Fame. Very nice. More Hall of Fame. There's a Prism of Tony Dorsett. Prisms are gorgeous. Not numbered, but gorgeous. Hall of Fame. We've got a future Hall of Famer here, Jason Kelce, in a Aqua Sonar, I think it's called. If it's wrong, I will put it on screen. Serial number to 199. I don't typically pick up a lot of 2024 Chrome stuff unless it's numbered 99 or less, which would be green, and then gold, orange, white, red, black, and purple and sapphire. Here is a all-etch team pink Jerome Bettis. I was considering going after some of the inserts all etch, being kind of a throwback to some of their 90s all etch team or 2000s all etch teams. I haven't done them since. I think this might be my only one. So I haven't really been doing them. I might decide, who knows, someday I'll do it. But whatever, pink refractor. Here we are, I believe this is a Prism or Pulsar, or Prism refractor, Bray Wyatt, rest in peace. Not numbered. This is the newer Topps Chrome WWE. That is not the Cactus Jack version, which I do not like. And another one of Triple H. So we even got some wrestling in here. That's cool. Both of those are keepers. This I think I got from Scott Castleman, but I could be wrong. 87-88 Chris Mullen PSA 8. I've got a hell of a collection of Fleer basketball slabs from 1986-87 all the way to Fleer 91-92, and then I switched back over to Topps for 92-93 because Topps was not doing basketball at that period. But Hall of Fame, I don't think that's a rookie. I think he had a 86-87 rookie. This is interesting. I was at the Chandler Gilbert show and I asked a guy about a price on a particular card that I had been very fond of, and every time I saw him, every time I did a video on it that had where he had a booth, I had mentioned to him continuously, man, that card is so great. That card is so great. Card is so great. And at this show, he was an insanely nice guy, and he was like, hey, and he opens up this case and he reaches in and he hands me this card. Just straight up hand. I was blown away. I was very surprised. I was very shocked. I thought it was a great thing, and I was very grateful, and I thanked him profusely, and I said, every time I come to a show and you're a dealer at a show, I'm going to give you like 10, 20 bucks until I feel it's reasonable. I think he had it at 60. So he just kind of gave it to me, and I thought that was really cool. But then like 2 months later, and he was a friend on Facebook, unfriended me on Facebook for some political stuff. So, yay, politics. But it's a great card. I love the card. I am a huge fan of this 96-97 Skybox Premium. This was the redemption. It was either pack pulled or it was redemption, but I think it was a redemption. Emerald, Ray Allen, rookie auto. Beautiful card. Very happy to have it. It was originally priced for $150. I think he was going down to $60 on it, like I said. It's a real shame that he has, looked at things from a political standpoint and, did that whole thing, but that's what people do. They don't agree with you, and they get salty about it. So thanks for the card. Sorry, not sorry. But yeah, whatever. So next up, here we are, a random tennis sapphire green. I don't know, to 125. No idea who this is. It's a tennis first. I think I just picked up a couple cheap tennis cards from whatever dealer that I had picked them up on. This same thing here. No idea who it is. I do know Madison Keys, and I picked this up because it was a gold refractor. I do tennis gold refractors to 50. This is a sapphire from last year's tennis. So very cool. 2024 tennis. I think they have a 2020. It's last year's if they have a 2025. I picked up a lot of the 2021 tennis, which came out, I believe, in 2023. So 2024 came out, I think, in the proper year. But cool. Madison Keys gold. Very nice. All right, next up, I've got this little stack of stuff. And I think, I could be wrong on this, but I think this stuff is from Gray Street Sports Cards from Brian. We've got a first year Topps Chrome Marcus Allen 96. Very cool with that 40th anniversary logo. Justin Tuck refractor from 2009. Kellen Winslow, oops. He did not turn out well. His dad was great, son not so much. Refractor, I think he just gave me a stack of refractors from my refractor box. Kerry Collins. I mentioned earlier, I love those 1,000, 1,200, 3,000, and 4,000 yard clubs. There is Paper Topps 1,200 yard club from 1999. Beautiful card. The paper tops looks better than the chrome unless you have the chrome refractor, and even then, there is another paper tops that will stay on the PC. I'm a big Randall Cunningham fan, so very cool. Perfect spiral refractor, which is a own the game, but it does have a card number that says PS and then the card number, so it's kind of weird. It's like, is it an own the game card, even though own the game is like a consistent year after year type of thing that the tops did, or is it called perfect spiral because it's PS? I don't know, but whatever. It'll go in my refractor box along with a John Carlson from 2009, Robbie Gold, Charlie Fry, Tynes. I'm just going to pass by there. There's a Hall of Famer, but I won't keep it because it's a subset. Burt Emanuel, Jamal Anderson, Milner, Bush, Patton, Wheeler, Hill, Pittman, Choice, Walker, and McCauley. So those will just go in my refractor box, nothing special. But I love myself some refractors. Speaking of, I think it's time for me to clean up again. All right, we're back. All right, so speaking of refractors, Keenan Allen Pulsar from Mini 2014, which means it's numbered to 102. How do I know that? Because I'm crazy and I know my Topps Chrome really well. Very, very cool. Beautiful looking card. I'm pretty sure I had this raw. I'm pretty sure I had several copies of this raw. So now that I have one slabbed in a 9, all the raw cards can go in my for sale box. This is cool. 1987 Walter Payton PSA 9. Picked this up from a guy. Oh, there we go. I think it was at a Chandler Gilbert show. David F. OTB Trading. So cool. Picked this up. Yeah, as I said, I think it was at the Chandler Gilbert show. I think I had a 7 or an 8. So this is an upgrade. My 7 or 8 now can go in my slabs under $20 box for sale. I think I picked these up from, yeah, it was either from Jay Mankey or Steve Brady. I can't remember which one, but 2001 Archives football, not Archives Reserve with the refractor finish, but regular Archives, which was the stadium seat. They had the regular 2001 Archives football had stadium seats from Baltimore and I think like LA, and then the Archives Reserves were game worn jerseys. So I would love these. They recreated the back, little hologram for authenticity, and then reprinted here the 1957 Raymond Berry rookie. So very, very cool. Love those cards. I've been trying to stack them in both the Archives and Archives Reserve. Here's another one, speaking of. Bubba Smith, not a Hall of Famer. You may know him from the Police Academy rookies, Police Academy movies, but very cool. High Tower, Baltimore Stadium seat. I have one of these of Eric Dickerson as well. So very cool. Love these cards. If you got these, I mean, they go from $7 to $12, I think, depending on who the player is. But I do have a Bubba Smith rookie PSA slabbed with that 1970 right there. I have that. So this is cool to add as well. And then speaking of the Archives Reserves versions with the jerseys, with the game-worn jerseys, there's a Joe Montana 1981 design, or 1981 rookie reprint, refractor finish, game-worn jersey, recreated back, but it's a lot more white rather than the paper brown. Very, very cool. Very happy to have that. I know who I got this from because of that sticker right there. Good old Less Money Cards. That's the homie. Gold Wave from 2023 at Topps Composite Chrome. I have a ton of this product. If you're familiar with my channel, you know that. Been putting out a lot of those vids. This has been sitting in this stack so I can finally take it out of a one-touch, put it in a card saver, and put it with all the other ones. So very cool. Hall of Famer Dan Fouts. Speaking of Less Money Cards and Hall of Fame gold, there is a Art Monk True Gold from that same 2023 Topps Composite Chrome. Beautiful art monk, very, very cool. And then this is from Glow Cards, I don't know. George Russell rookie from 2020 Topps Chrome Sapphire F1. George Russell's a great driver. And yeah, beautiful card. I don't do a lot of SGC, but it was reasonably priced. I think he had it for like 20 bucks. So picked it up. Very, very cool. Happy to have. And I got a little bit more of a stack here. We're almost done. We're getting there. Where are we on time? I think I'm going to restart one more time. All right, and we're back. Let's see. What do we have here? We've got... looks like some of this is labeled with who I got it from. Daily Thrive Fuego. We've got a stack from him. Must have been in his dollar box. This was so long ago. The stickers do not come off very easily. There's more of that 1996 first year Topps Chrome. There's an Aikman. These top loaders have seen some better days, that's for sure. Another from 96. This is the 40th anniversary throwback designs Topps Chrome. So it looks like 1991 Topps, and it's in a different photo than his original 1991 Topps. In fact, the Cowboys did not wear these jerseys until either 1994 or 1995, with the stars on the shoulder pads. Or Aikman didn't wear them. I think they were somewhat of a throwback from like previous, from like the 60s or whatever. But 1991 design, 1994 5 photo, 1996 card, first year Topps Chrome insert. Very, very cool. And they recreated the back as well. That's very, very nice. That's very nice. Oh, I love it. I love it. Aikman's my all-time favorite quarterback. It was my childhood favorite quarterback. We've got a Russell Westbrook blue laser from Optic. Is that numbered? It is not. We've got a No Limit Topps Chrome Hall of Famer Gary Payton insert from, I want to say, 2001 or 2000. I will put it on screen. It was definitely not $16. 2001, so I was close. So very cool. Not a refractor, but nice. I like it. A 1999 Emmitt Smith base. Am I right? Yep. Shows his 98 season. Yep, 99. Okay. So very cool. Then I got a stack from Steve M. I don't remember what show this is from. Oof. Stickers are not playing nice. They are now old stickers. But we've got a Express Lane Brandon Miller holo. Brandon Miller rookie holo. That's cool. Draymond Green blue laser. Or blue velocity. That's what it is. Blue velocity. Not numbered. Kendrick Nunn blue fast break. I don't know why I got that. It is numbered to 49. Bookend 49 to 49. So this will be a flip card and a Jaime Jaquez purple Express Lane holo. Rookie. Okay, cool. And then we don't have a whole lot left. We've got Barry Siff. Good old Barry. I like Barry Siff. He's a nice guy. He's at a bunch of these shows, and I think I got this from him from one of the Desert Dog card shows. Here is a 2006 Topps Chrome refractor of Hall of Famer Edgar and James. I think it's 2006. Yep, 2006. Very cool. One of those few Cardinals years. Getting a little messy down here again. This is the one, like a turn back the clock or cards that never were from Topps. I don't remember what year these came out. It says 2007. So one of those late 2000s cards, but 1960 design of Bill Russell. They did a whole set of these. I'm pretty sure I have the whole set, but I always pick them up when I see them because they're really cool. We've got a rookie reprint, horribly miscut, and it's got a little of the greening effect there on his face of Hall of Famer Rick Barry. I believe these are from either 96 Stadium Club or Top Stars, because they split them between those two products, or it's a 2001. And 96. It says over here 1996. So I was right the first time. Badly miscut. Oh well. It's cool. It's still cool. And it's the chrome finish, so that's neat. And then here we are. Speaking of those holograms, with those off-brand non-upper deck holograms, 1990 Player of the Year, Larry Johnson, Grandmama. This is from Courtside. So they made collegiate basketball cards. They had, the rookies basically back in the early 90s for a year or two. And it looks like they did their own refractors as well, alongside Arena Holograms and that other company that I saw. Then we got a pink Hyper Chris Paul from Optic, not numbered. Future Hall of Famer, very cool. We've got a Joel Embiid, Blue Velocity, not numbered. We've got another Own the Game, but this is not one of those passing ones. This is a normal Own the Game from Topps Chrome, late 2000s football. What is this? 06. This is 2006 Topps Chrome football Own the Game. Edgar and James, and a Ring of Honor Joe Montana Topps Chrome insert. I don't remember when this is. They did it 1 year, and then every single year thereafter for like the next 5 years, they provided a new card with that same exact design with the new Super Bowl MVP from that year. So this had to be the first year that they did it, because obviously it was much later than when Montana won the Super Bowl MVP. So it looks like the first year was 2002. So I think from 2003 to like 2007 or something like that, they would make a new Ring of Honor card, which I thought was cool. I thought Topps should have continued doing that. Here's somebody's sticker, Koah. Okay, there's a Buddy Hield red Mojo. I can't even tell if it's numbered because of the sticker. Is that numbered? Yes. Oh, 1 of 88. Okay, that's probably why I picked it up, because it will not go in my personal collection. Cool little bookend. All right. Next up, okay, this is someone that has been very, very cool and nice to me, and I have great conversations with her. Grandpa's _memorabilia on Instagram. Her and her daughter, when her daughter has helped out at shows, they're both really cool. Picked this up from her. This is a starting lineup Kareem Abdul-Jabbar. So starting lineup, the little toys, they did a Kareem Abdul-Jabbar kind of flashback figure, and this was the card that was in there. PSA 8, I'm okay with that. That's perfectly fine. And this is the I should know this. I want to say 1973, 74, but it might be 74, 75. Whatever it is, I will put it on screen. So, very, very cool. Next up, also from her, was a KJ rookie. 89-90 Kevin Johnson, PSA 9. I did not have one of these in the collection. Not a Hall of Famer, but definitely a fan favorite here in Arizona. Very, very cool. I do have a Dan Marley rookie in a 10, so it's kind of cool to add the Kevin Johnson rookie in a 9. So, very nice. And I'm going to clean this up for my last small stack. All right, here we are. So the last stack. Hey, I've mentioned holograms a number of times, and these are from Jason W. So, okay, Jason W. There's a huge stack of holograms here with really badly yellowed top loaders. But I will do my best here. So starting off here, another company that did holograms in the 90s was Skybox. So here is, what is this, 92 Skybox, 93 Skybox? 92. 1992 Skybox. Hall of Famer, Jim Kelly. Beautiful. A bunch of these Skybox. There's Lawrence Taylor. All of these holograms will be in a keeper, whether they are Hall of Famers or not, because I love holograms. And here's a different one. Maybe this is 93. No, that's also 92. Just a little bit of a different style. The Bills logo in the background, the number on the bottom right. Hall of Fame Jim Kelly. This is 91 Upper Deck. I know this really well. I have one of these in a PSA 6, I think, maybe a 7. Game Breakers hologram from Upper Deck. Barry Sanders, very cool. And a Thurman Thomas, another Hall of Famer from that 1991 Game Breakers hologram set. And a Bobby Humphrey, not a Hall of Famer, but I will keep it because it's cool. Man, the yellow top loaders. How often you see that, you guys? Even the sleeve is old. Oh my goodness. Some scratches on the card, but I'm going to take it out because it's not a Hall of Famer. Let's see how gorgeous these things are. Look at that. I want holograms again, you guys. I want holograms. Look at this top loader. I wonder if it was owned by a smoker. I don't know. Some of those just yellow anyway. It doesn't have anything to do with smoke, but who knows. There's a Ernest Biner. Not a Hall of Famer, but very cool. A Emmitt Smith. I know I have this in a PSA 6 or 7, maybe an 8, but I will always pick them up when I see them. Neil Anderson, not a Hall of Famer, had a couple good years with the Bears. Very nice. Marion Butts, not a Hall of Famer, but once again, very cool. James Brooks, couple good 1,000-yard seasons with the Bengals. Not a Hall of Famer, but cool. Marcus Allen, there's a Hall of Famer. Beautiful card. Got a Bengals guy in the background. Then it looks like we got some Upper Deck from the next year. This is the 1992 Upper Deck. That's Mark Clayton, one of Dan Marino's Marx Brothers. Beautiful card here as well. Game Breakers from 92 instead of 91. I kind of like the 92 design a little bit better. Jerry Rice hologram. Okay. Okay, yes please. Beautiful, beautiful card. Hall of Fame. A Michael Haynes. He had a couple good years with the Falcons on the opposite side of Andre Rison. 92. Another 92. Michael Irvin. Okay, Hall of Fame wide receiver there. For my all-time favorite QB. Andre Reed, Hall of Famer. On the other side of James Lofton, another Hall of Famer. And last card, I do not see who I got this from. 2023 Topps Composite X-Fractor of the GOAT, Tom Brady, in a PSA 9. Very nice. I don't have a lot of PSA graded stuff from Composite. I have like 3 that I bought, and then other than that, it's all ones that I have graded or I've submitted for grading, and I am waiting to get back on as well. I just submitted them. I even got another one right here. Submission. 4 more cards to DT Sports Cards to get those out, and it's all 2023 composite stuff. And then non-card related, I got these silly little helmets. I love like little knickknacks. These are New England Patriot helmets on one side, and the Super Bowls that the Patriots were in with the scores on the back or on the other side of the helmet. So those are cool. And then there's a couple of these little pocket-sized helmets still in the package. There is a Dolphins and a Packers, and a Chargers. So yeah, hopefully this video was entertaining for you guys. If you liked it, like, comment, subscribe, all that kind of good stuff. I will be giving away a free yellow top loader, orange. I'm just kidding. No giveaways. I don't have time for that right now. But hopefully you enjoyed watching. If you're from Arizona, go check out the Arizona Sports Card Collectors Facebook group or the Arizona Sports Card Collectors Discord group. Links are in the description. If you want to see more of my videos, I have a ton more videos on a ton more product. Much less length than this one, where I rant and ramble for 10 to 15 minutes and then show you a year's worth of card show pickups. I have a lot more specific videos you can go check out if you want on the channel. You can also check out my Instagram, Twitter, and Threads, mostly just Instagram, and links are in the description there as well. I post my stuff of all sports and of all collections, other things too, and I also post my pickups over on thehobbyboards.com, great forum message board system run by MindCycle. That is it. Hopefully you enjoyed this weird 300th episode. That's the rundown. I love you guys. See you in the next vid. Hopefully you can continue to stick around and have fun, and I provide some entertainment value to you. But I love you. Peace.